Well guys, this is it. The last of the standard dial cycles on my LG WM4000HWA front load washer. So at this point, we've done everything else on here except for the downloaded cycles, but more on that later. So today, all that's left is Allergeene. There we go. As you can see, we have steam automatically selected. It doesn't give us a temperature or a soil level, which I don't understand why. For whatever reason with steam, it always does that. And with this cycle in particular, there are obviously a few options that cannot be equipped. Like for example, pre-wash. For some reason, LG doesn't let you do steam and pre-wash in the same cycle with this machine. I don't really understand why. I think maybe it's just because they feel it's redundant. But pre-wash and steam treating are different things. They're designed for different purposes. You know, like say you have something that's really, really stained, like a bunch of muddy jeans or something, you probably want to pre-wash that before going in with the main wash, just to try to get as much of the big like stuff off as possible. But then what if you still want to sanitize them, so you use steam? I just don't understand why that's not an option for you to use both. Delay wash, add item, whatever. I don't understand how this option works, the add item option. I just don't understand. It does that with every cycle. Like we can even go to bedding, add item. It won't let you do it. So back to Allergeene we go. TurboWash is an option that we can use, and it's one that we are going to be using because I just always do TurboWash. Cold wash, obviously not an option because we're using steam. Can't have cold water and steam. Extra rinse is an option, though we're not going to be equipping it, just so you guys can see, up to 3 extra rinses. But like I said, we're not going to be doing that. And you can even do a rinse and spin with Allergeene, which doesn't really make sense because that just takes away the whole Allergeene portion of it. Like the steam is gone now, so I don't understand why. Whatever. Anyway, we're doing turbo wash here. Just to give you an idea of what the load looks like. Standard load, normal clothes. Nothing really about this really needs to be sanitized, but you know, it is allergy season, so Allergeene, allergy season. What more could you ask for? This is a bit of a smaller load than I usually do, but there's just not as much to wash today. So hopefully that'll just give you guys a better view as to what this machine does. You couldn't see it in there, but I did put the baking soda like I usually do to help deodorize. But I had to spin the drum manually to get a thumbnail shot without it. And then the detergent dispenser, same as usual. Clear liquid detergent in the main wash, and then white distilled vinegar, as you can see, in the softener compartment. So, with all that being said, let's get started. Get my light up here. Try auto-focusing that. I think that worked. Looks like you guys can see pretty clearly into the drum there. So to my knowledge, this cycle and normal with steam equipped are essentially the same thing, except I believe this cycle is going to be a bit shorter. I think normal with steam is usually about an hour and 40 some minutes. I think this is only going to be about an hour and a half. But we'll see. Now mind you, that is with turbo wash equipped. I don't know what this cycle would be without it. Okay, so final wash time, hour and 35 minutes. Not too shabby. I mean, it is a bit on the longer side, so I anticipate speeding up portions of this video in the final, but I don't know. Maybe it'll do enough interesting things to where it doesn't lull like some of the other ones do. All right, we're starting with our pre-wash fill. You can tell by the quieter hissing of the water and little trickle. And we are filling through the back of the drum. Let's see if I can get a good shot of that. Oh no. You might have been able to see it in like that part of the screen if you look back. If I can find it, I'll try to zoom in on it. Okay, so at this point in the cycle, usually we would go through the different wash motions, but no, we're just going straight to the main wash fill without the different wash motions for TurboWash. Oh, okay, you can kind of see the water flowing back there. That's essentially what happened with the pre-wash as well. Except obviously, it was, don't want to overwash that a bit, or oversaturate it with the light there. I feel like the light really isn't doing anything here. Let's see if we can lower it just a little bit. Isn't helping? It might be a little more hopeful now, but then, you know, you get it in the view. Video recording blues. TurboWash is selected. I don't know why we haven't really seen anything from the TurboWash action yet. I wonder if it's because right now the steamer and internal heater are probably warming up. It's probably also trying to clear out any cold water that's in the lines. I don't know if it's going to do a drain with the cold water or if it's just going to heat it up. I hope it just heats it up. But while we wait for that, I'll talk briefly about what I was hinting at with the downloaded cycles. It is my plan to figure out how to get the LG Think or ThinQ, however you want to say it, app connected with this machine so that I can do the downloaded cycles in addition to the standard cycle ones, because I don't think many people have actually recorded videos of those running. So I'm going to try figuring out how to do that. There is a cycle automatically that's part of the downloaded cycle on my machine. I don't know if it's the same for every unit of this model number washer, but it was, I think it had similar specs to normal. And when you run it with the drum empty, I just ran it to see how long the cycle would be. Empty, the cycle I think was about 55-ish minutes, maybe even 59, some weird number like that. Either way, this one, whatever it is, with closed is probably slightly over an hour. And I'm not sure what exactly it is, but I think that'd make for a fun video just to like see it, try to figure it out, and then afterwards I'll get the I'll just call it ThinQ app running, so then we can confirm suspicions. You might notice at the top there of the drum that we are starting to steam up, so that means that the steamer and heater, I believe they are the same unit, though I could be wrong. You know what? I'm going to do some quick research on that while we're here, because that's what we're here for, to learn. But anyway, steam is being produced, and it is condensating at the top of the drum, or of the door glass right now. What was that? You spritzed like a tablespoon of water with that? Come on now. Oh, okay, I heard the relay click for a heater. So something's going on in there. I think what it's doing is it's actually only putting enough water for the steamer. But like I said, we're going to find out now if they are separate units. All right, so I saw something on Best Buy's website that said that it basically just told you that the steam was made by an internal heater, quotes around internal heater there, and that doesn't really help me out here. So I'm trying to look on LG's parts website, although there are a lot of different parts here. I'm going to have to try filtering this out. You can buy full control panels from them, which is interesting. Didn't think they'd give you the option to do that. Although the control panel is, the one I'm looking at right now is $261. That is incredibly expensive. Well, there is one for $54, so I mean, if you don't care if they match, I guess you could go the cheap route and just get the one that doesn't match. Okay, yeah, let's filter this out by washer and dryer. Let's see. Oh, that didn't change anything, actually. Hold on. We just search up heater in the search bar. We just get electric dryer heaters. Okay, that doesn't help. There was the relay for the internal heater there again. What if we try searching up washer heater? Does that yield us anything? No product found. Great, so if your LG washer heater doesn't work, LG won't give you parts for it. That's awesome. Let's see here. I just looked up LG steamer. Steam unit for washer. And I'm not really getting anything. Except I did find this eBay listing for a steamer. But that's it. Yeah, that's gotta be what it is. Every time you hear the relay click, that's when the steamer, that's when it starts filling up with a bit of water. So my assumption is that yes, whenever it hears whenever it gets water for the steam, or whenever the steamer turns on, that's when it fills with water. So that's gotta be what we're filling for right now. This a bit closer. I guess get you guys a better view because I don't want it to get too dark. I don't want the light to outwash everything either. Okay, so I found this heater assembly as well, and this looks similar enough to the steamer that we saw previously that'll make me think that they are probably the same units. Yeah, that's what it's looking like to me. Just for good measure, I'll look up LG washer heater. Oh? Never mind. I might be wrong about this. Oh yeah, we're hearing a lot of clicking now. So, something's going on. Yeah, I think I might have been incorrect in assuming that the heater and steamer were the same part, because when I look up LG washer heater, I get this heating element looking thing, which makes sense. Now, I don't know if this is for models that are without steam, but I mean, you can't really tell the size of this either. It's got the same contact points for the electricity that were in the steamer unit that we saw earlier. So maybe the steamer unit is just comprised of something like this. I think comprised is the word that I'm looking for here. Well, we got Google open. Yep, comprised is the word. To consist or make up of. What's the meaning there? So I think it's safe to say that it is potentially the same unit, but it's not in that steamer unit or the steamer case if it's not a steam washer. That would make sense. I don't know why they'd have a separate heater and steamer when they could just use the same thing for both. So that's what I think that'll be the conclusion that I'm coming to. If anyone knows different, then please share in the comments. We haven't had any action from the TurboWash nozzles though. TurboWash is selected, and it's been almost 20 minutes. Don't know what's going on there, but hopefully we'll start seeing some more of that soon, whenever we're done with the steaming. So for the past 10-ish minutes, we've just been tumbling here. The steamer hasn't been running, to my knowledge, or at least not at its full performance or full capacity. Unlike in the tub clean cycle where we could actually hear the steamer running, we're not at that point in the cycle yet. Though I think the condensation on top is starting to dissipate a bit, so it's looking like it should be easier for you guys to see what's going on in there. It looks like right up here. I mean, it's still a bit foggy, but I think better than it was before. Still no TurboWash action though, which I don't understand. Maybe because of the steam, it doesn't really do it during the wash. Here's to hoping that we get it during the rinse, though. That's the least that it could give us after, what, like 33 minutes of just tumbling? Why? Just why? Just why? You can now hear the steamer going. You still can't really see a water level though, like even I can't see it in here, so I don't really think there's much water in there right now. I think it's just on the... What this cycle does is, from what I gather, it has a steaming stage of the wash cycle. Obviously there was detergent mixed in there because it was filled into the main wash compartment that had detergent in it. So it's not like these aren't washing with detergent, but we got the steamer going right now, so there's not a whole lot of water in there because they just want the steam to penetrate through. And I believe the steamer is located on the lower end of the drum, so you can't really have water in there or else, well, the steam is just going to condense back to water. So once we're done with the steaming stage, we might do a bit of a fill and then do a bit more normal washing, though I haven't actually washed this cycle all the way through, so I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, you probably heard it there again. It's like at the end of each tumble, it waits, and then right before going into a new one, it injects steam with that slight hiss. Get you a bit closer to the drain pump there. Don't know if that would be easier to hear. Let's try up top. Try just once more by where the hamper is in the back. No, it was below. That you'd hear it better. That's the point where we're at right now. Just doing some short tumbles. So we're at 47 minutes remaining in the cycle. Rinse and spin was only 19 minutes. But that only does one rinse. We should be doing at least 2 here and have like an intermediate spin. So with 46 minutes remaining, we're probably gonna have about 15 minutes more of wash is my prediction here, although this machine has proven to be very unpredictable in the past. But I say between 15 and 20 more minutes of wash. Alright, still in the wash stage. We're getting some spray rinse there. I think we're also filling up through the bleach compartment, as it usually does at the very end of the wash stage. Alright, with 22 minutes remaining, we are draining to enter an intermediate spin. And I guess the 19-minute rinse and spin procedure at the end was fairly accurate. I thought they would have I don't see how they could do 2 rinses in this amount of time, but this machine has surprised me in similar ways before, so we'll see what happens here. We're obviously prepared for an intermediate spin though. We didn't get any of the special wash motions during the wash though, which is really disappointing. And no TurboWash nozzles either. I'm just verifying. Look, we got TurboWash on. I don't know what the problem is. But it's skimped out there. Hopefully this will help cool down the drum as well. I think it filled with cold water during when it filled with the bleach. Usually when it does stuff like that, or standard rinse components, it will fill with cold water. The atomizing sprayer can only fill with cold water. So I think having the bleach stage at the end of the wash for this cycle in particular is beneficial because it helps cool things down faster and just makes it safer when you, the user, have to empty the clothes. So the washer drum isn't insanely hot from an hour of straight steaming. Excuse me for all the times I've had to clear my throat during this video. I feel like it's been a lot. This looks like an okay, no, I don't know. Something tells me it's not going to do this balance. Like I said, unpredictable. I've seen it cancel with way less severe imbalances before. Some of those are even on video. I just don't get it sometimes. Nice spray rinse. That was good too. That was powerful. Cleared the view for you guys. And yeah, 20 minutes remaining. We're slowing down. "19 minutes. Looks like we didn't get all the steam out though. We're fogging up a bit on the left there. Alright, 18 minutes left and we are filling. Ah, there's the TurboWash nozzles. There we got a strong spray rinse. Only have the bottom two TurboWash nozzles for now. The upper ones look like they were trying to get going, but there's probably not enough water in the drum for everything going yet. Or for everything to get going. And as you can see, even the bottom ones are starting to go a little weaker. Alright, now we're getting stronger. And here come the upper one. Nope. There's a tease. Continue to fill from the atomizing sprayer as well as the softener compartment. Not very impressed with the TurboWash here. So we keep getting on the right on the cusp of getting all four of them going, but then right as the upper ones start getting a little bit of water trickling down, it just stops and the whole system just starts going down and weakening its spray. Oh, okay, there we go. Now we're getting something from the top here. You can see the bottom ones are also going quite strong. Now this is the TurboWash we all know and love. Minus that embarrassing little trickle from the atomizing sprayer doing basically nothing. But yeah, all four TurboWash nozzles, full blast. Love to see it. You know, I only wonder what determines the pressure of the water that comes out of the atomizing sprayer. Because it's weird. When the TurboWash is on, it's hit or miss whether or not the atomizing sprayer has a strong blast. You see, like, previously it didn't, but now we got a strong one. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. And TurboWash shouldn't be having an effect on that because that's just recirculation. That's not fresh water being brought in. So, I don't understand. Can't get a great waterline view there. No, you can't really see that. I can barely even see it in person. Let's see if maybe, can we lower, angle the light a little more down? Perhaps. No, you still can't really see it. I think that just focused on the door. We don't want that. There we go. There's a good view of the water level. It's not a whole lot in there, but it's about a third of the way up of a paddle. If you know that, if you know about that height. 12 minutes remaining. We are going to the final spin. So yeah, it only did one rinse, really. But nothing was really sudsy in there. Even the rinse water itself wasn't very sudsy, so I think it would be fine the way it did it. I cannot believe it decided to go with that balance. That was a violent shake at the beginning of that. We are going all the way up to the high spin speed. So same as normal. Or the normal cycle, to be more specific. There's the spray rinse. They really did conduct this like a whole performance. You got the build-up of the first spin, and then you got a little bit of a pause. Drain pump turns off. Atomizing sprayer gets to do gets to do its solo, and then boom. Once that's done, the show just keeps picking up, going all the way to the maximum speed, and the drain pump continuing to run. It really is. I don't want to say magical, but in a way, it kind of is. We're still going up. There's my view of the drum at an angle. This is what I see every time I make these types of videos. The light's even shaking there because it's hitting the door. I feel like that's probably a bit of a better view than just this for you guys. So you don't got the big, like, the big steam thing in the way. Or, yeah, plume of steam in the way. light's shaking like crazy. Even this view's starting to get a bit fogged up now. 5 minutes remaining on the spin. Let's set this back down. It's pretty much the same with this. No, you still get a better view of the back of the drum from here, so it doesn't just look like a black circle with a little silver thing in the middle. Very nice with the ending tumbles there. Well, guys, that is the end. The last of the standard cycles is now complete. Hope you all enjoyed this video, as well as all the other ones. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, stay cool, everybody.